Question 1. How far ahead should you scan while driving in urban areas? A. 5 to 10 seconds. B. 12 to 15 seconds. C. 3 to 5 seconds. D. Just past the front of your vehicle. The answer is B. 12 to 15 seconds. Explanation. Scanning 12 to 15 seconds ahead helps identify hazards and improves reaction time. Question 2. When is it legal to pass another vehicle on the right? A. On a one-lane highway. B. In school zones. C. When the other vehicle is turning left and there is enough space. D. Only in construction zones. The answer is C. When the other vehicle is turning left and there is enough space. Explanation. You may pass on the right only when the vehicle is turning left and there is sufficient room without leaving the roadway. Question 3. If your vehicle starts to hydroplane, what should you do? A. Brake hard. B. Steer sharply. C. Ease off the accelerator. D. Speed up to gain traction. The answer is C. Ease off the. Explanation. If hydroplaning occurs, ease off the accelerator and steer straight until you regain traction. Question 4. When is it legal to park on a sidewalk? A. During emergencies only. B. When there's no other space. C. Never. D. When your hazard lights are on. The answer is C. Never. Explanation. Parking on sidewalks is prohibited to ensure pedestrian safety. Question 5. What must you do if you're approaching an intersection and the lights are not working? A. Proceed with caution. B. Treat it like a four-way stop. C. Turn around. D. Wait for police direction. The answer is B. Treat it like a four-way stop. Explanation. When traffic lights are out, treat the intersection as a four-way stop and follow right-of-way rules. Question 6. When are you allowed to cross solid yellow lines? A. Only to pass in the city. B. Never, under any condition. C. Only to turn left into or out of a driveway or alley when safe. D. Only if you signal first. The answer is C. Only to turn left into or out of a driveway or alley when safe. Explanation. You may cross solid yellow lines only when turning left into or out of private entrances, if safe. Question 7. What should you do when following a motorcycle? A. Follow closely since they can stop quickly. B. Increase your following distance. C. Drive beside them for visibility. D. Flash your lights when passing. The answer is B. Increase your following distance. Explanation. Increase following distance when behind motorcycles, as they can stop and maneuver more quickly. Question 8. Why must you do a shoulder check before changing lanes? A. To stretch your neck. B. To check your rearview mirror again. C. To check your blind spots. D. To signal to other drivers. The answer is C. To check your blind spots. Explanation. Shoulder checks help detect vehicles or cyclists in blind spots not visible in mirrors. Question 9. What's the safest way to make a U-turn on a busy road? A. Signal and go when no one's watching. B. Wait for a green light. C. Only make a U-turn when permitted by signage and when it's safe and legal. D. Make the turn from the curb lane. The answer is C. Only make a U-turn when permitted by signage and when it's safe and legal. Explanation. U-turns are only allowed where not prohibited by signs and when traffic conditions permit it safely. Question 10. What is the minimum age to apply for a Class 7 learner's license in Alberta? A. 15. B. 13. C. 14. D. 16. The answer is C. 14. Explanation. You must be at least 14 years old to apply for a Class 7 learner's license in Alberta. Question 11. How should you position your wheels when parking uphill without a curb? A. Turn wheels to the left. B. Keep wheels straight. C. Turn wheels to the right. D. Turn wheels toward the road. The answer is C. Turn wheels to the right. Explanation: when parking uphill without a curb, turn your wheels toward the right, off the road, so the vehicle rolls away from traffic if it moves. Question 12. When entering a one-way street from a driveway, what must you do? A. Turn only in the direction of traffic. B. Turn left only. C. Stop and honk before turning. D. Yield to vehicles behind you. The answer is A. Turn only in the direction of traffic. Explanation: when entering a one-way street, you must turn in the direction that traffic is flowing. Question 13. What is the first thing you should do before making a turn? A. Slow down in the intersection. B. Check your mirrors and signal well in advance. C. Honk to alert others. D. Stop and assess traffic. The answer is B. Check your mirrors and signal well in advance. Explanation: always check mirrors and signal early before turning to inform other road users of your intentions. Question 14. When driving in fog, what lights should you use? A. High beams. B. Hazard lights. C. Low beams. D. No lights. The answer is C. Low beams. Explanation: low beams improve visibility in fog, while high beams reflect off the fog and reduce visibility. Question 15. If a pedestrian is on the road at an intersection without signals, what must you do? A. Proceed if you're in a hurry. B. Yield the right-of-way to the pedestrian. C. Honk once to warn them. D. Flash your lights. The answer is B. Yield the right-of-way to the pedestrian. Explanation: drivers must always yield to pedestrians at intersections, even without signals. Question 16. What is the penalty for not stopping for a school bus with red lights flashing? A. A warning. B. A verbal caution. C. A fine and demerit points. D. Vehicle impoundment. The answer is C. A fine and demerit points. Explanation: failing to stop for a school bus with flashing red lights can result in a fine and demerit points. Question 17. How far should you stop from a railway crossing when a train is approaching? A. At least 5 meters. B. No more than 2 meters. C. 15 to 50 meters. D. 50 meters exactly. The answer is A. At least 5 meters. Explanation: drivers must stop no closer than 5 meters from the nearest rail when a train is approaching. Question 18. What is the safest action if your vehicle begins to slide on ice? A. Slam the brakes. B. Steer in the direction of the skid. C. Speed up. D. Shift to neutral immediately. The answer is B. Steer in the direction of the skid. Explanation: gently steer in the direction you want the front of your vehicle to go to regain control. Question 19. What should you do if you are drowsy while driving? A. Turn on the radio. B. Open the window. C. Stop and rest. D. Drive faster to reach your destination sooner. The answer is C. Stop and rest. Explanation: the safest option when drowsy is to stop and rest. Drowsy driving impairs your judgment. Question 20. Who has the right-of-way at a four-way stop when two vehicles arrive at the same time? A. The larger vehicle. B. The vehicle on the left. C. The vehicle on the right. D. The faster vehicle. The answer is C. The vehicle on the right. Explanation: when vehicles arrive at a four-way stop simultaneously, the driver on the right has the right-of-way. Question 21. If your accelerator sticks, what should you do? A. Shift to park immediately. B. Turn off the engine. C. Shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brakes. D. Tap the gas pedal hard. The answer is C. Shift to neutral and apply steady pressure on the brakes. Explanation. If the accelerator sticks, shift to neutral and brake smoothly while steering to safety. Question 22. How can you reduce blind spots when driving? A. Use only the rearview mirror. B. Adjust and use all mirrors and shoulder checks. C. Drive in the center lane only. D. Rely on vehicle sensors. The answer is B. Adjust and use all mirrors and shoulder checks. Explanation. Proper mirror use and shoulder checks help eliminate blind spots while driving. Question 23. When may you drive over a painted island? A. When passing other vehicles. B. Never under any condition. C. When turning into or out of a driveway or alley. D. When traffic is congested. The answer is C. When turning into or out of a driveway or alley. Explanation. You may cross a painted island only to enter or exit a driveway, alley, or private drive. Question 24. What is the correct action if a driver is tailgating you? A. Slam on your brakes. B. Increase your speed. C. Create more space in front of you. D. Yell or make gestures. The answer is C. Create more space in front of you. Explanation. Creating space in front helps reduce the risk of collision when being tailgate. Question 25. When driving through a construction zone, what should you do if workers are present? A. Maintain your speed. B. Obey the posted speed limit and watch for workers. C. Honk as you pass. D. Drive only on the shoulder. The answer is B. Obey the posted speed limit and watch for workers. Explanation. Always obey construction zone speed limits and watch for workers and equipment. Question 26. Why is it important to check behind you before reversing? A. To see how close your rear bumper is to the curb. B. To avoid obstacles, pedestrians, or other vehicles. C. To look for road signs. D. To adjust your seat position. The answer is B. To avoid obstacles, pedestrians, or other vehicles. Explanation. Reversing without checking can lead to collisions with objects or people behind you. Question 27. What should you do before entering a roundabout? A. Honk at pedestrians. B. Signal and yield to traffic in the roundabout. C. Stop at all times. D. Speed up and merge quickly. The answer is B. Signal and yield to traffic in the roundabout. Explanation. Drivers entering a roundabout must signal and yield to vehicles already in the circle. Question 28. What is the correct way to use your brakes when driving on a steep downgrade? A. Ride the brakes constantly. B. Use short, sharp braking. C. Use engine braking and apply brakes as needed. D. Turn off the engine to save power. The answer is C. Use engine braking and apply brakes as needed. Explanation. Shift to a lower gear and use the engine to help control your speed. Brake only as needed. Question 29. What should you do when you're at an intersection and your view is blocked? A. Move quickly without stopping. B. Honk before proceeding. C. Inch forward slowly until you can see. D. Flash your lights. The answer is C. Inch forward slowly until you can see. Explanation. Move forward slowly until you can see clearly and determine whether it's safe to proceed. Question 30. When driving in heavy rain, what is the greatest danger? A. Poor windshield wipers. B. Hydroplaning. C. Wet clothing. D. Dirty headlights. The answer is B. Hydroplaning. Explanation. Heavy rain can cause hydroplaning, where your tires lose contact with the road and reduce steering control. Question 31. What should you do if you're turning left at an intersection and the light turns yellow before you turn? A. Back up. B. Complete the turn when safe. C. Wait until the light turns green again. D. Stop in the intersection. The answer is B. Complete the turn when safe. Explanation: if already in the intersection, complete the left turn when safe, even if the light changes. Question 32. What is the best way to avoid fatigue while driving long distances? A. Keep windows open. B. Take regular breaks every 1 to 2 hours. C. Drive faster to arrive sooner. D. Drink sugary drinks. The answer is B. Take regular breaks every 1 to 2 hours. Explanation: regular breaks help prevent fatigue and maintain focus on long trips. Question 33. What should you do if you approach a flooded roadway? A. Drive through slowly. B. Speed up to avoid water. C. Turn around and find another route. D. Shift to low gear. The answer is C. Turn around and find another route. Explanation: never drive through flooded roads. Water can hide hazards or stall your vehicle. Question 34. Why should you avoid braking hard on a curve? A. It saves fuel. B. It reduces visibility. C. It can cause skidding. D. It makes your tires wear out evenly. The answer is C. It can cause skidding. Explanation: braking hard on curves can cause a loss of traction and lead to skidding. Question 35. When is the road most slippery during rain? A. After 30 minutes of rain. B. Just after it begins to rain. C. Only in heavy downpours. D. At night. The answer is B. Just after it begins to rain. Explanation: roads are most slippery just after rain starts because of oil and debris on the surface. Question 36. How should you respond when an emergency vehicle approaches with lights and sirens on? A. Speed up to get out of the way. B. Stop immediately in your lane. C. Pull over to the right and stop. D. Continue driving normally. The answer is C. Pull over to the right and stop. Explanation: pull to the right and stop to allow emergency vehicles to pass safely. Question 37. What should you do before entering a highway from an on-ramp? A. Stop at the end of the ramp. B. Use the ramp to match highway speed. C. Drive on the shoulder first. D. Honk and merge quickly. The answer is B. Use the ramp to match highway speed. Explanation: use the acceleration lane to match traffic speed and merge smoothly onto the highway. Question 38. What is a safe following distance when driving behind a large truck? A. 1 second. B. 2 seconds. C. 3 seconds. D. At least 4 seconds. The answer is D. At least 4 seconds. Explanation: give large vehicles more space because they block your view and take longer to stop. Question 39. Why should you avoid driving in another driver's blind spot? A. It uses more fuel. B. It reduces road grip. C. The driver may not see you. D. It causes wind resistance. The answer is C. The driver may not see you. Explanation: being in another driver's blind spot increases the risk of a collision if they change lanes. Question 40. What does defensive driving primarily involve? A. Reacting quickly to hazards. B. Driving slower than the speed limit. C. Anticipating and avoiding potential hazards. D. Using the horn frequently. The answer is C. Anticipating and avoiding potential hazards. Explanation: defensive driving means staying alert and taking steps to avoid potential hazards. Question 41. What should you do if your brakes get wet after driving through deep water? A. Stop and dry them with a towel. B. Pump the brakes lightly to dry them. C. Apply the parking brake. D. Speed up and brake hard. The answer is B. Pump the brakes lightly to dry them. Explanation: pumping the brakes helps dry and restore braking effectiveness after wet conditions. Question 42. What is the best way to handle a blind intersection? A. Enter quickly. B. Honk and proceed. C. Move forward slowly and check both directions. D. Rely on traffic lights. The answer is C. Move forward slowly and check both directions. Explanation: at blind intersections, move forward slowly and carefully check for cross traffic. Question 43. Why should you avoid braking while turning? A. It increases fuel use. B. It makes your vehicle louder. C. It may cause skidding or loss of control. D. It reduces tire shine. The answer is C. It may cause skidding or loss of control. Explanation: braking while turning reduces traction and may lead to skidding. Question 44. When are you allowed to use the shoulder of a highway? A. To pass slower traffic. B. To overtake turning vehicles. C. Only in emergencies. D. When there is heavy traffic. The answer is C. Only in emergencies. Explanation: shoulders are for emergency use only and not for regular driving or passing. Question 45. What is the minimum distance you must park from a stop sign? A. 3 meters. B. 5 meters. C. 10 meters. D. 15 meters. The answer is B. 5 meters. Explanation: you must park at least 5 meters away from a stop sign. Question 46. Why should you reduce speed in bad weather or low visibility? A. To conserve fuel. B. To improve fuel mileage. C. To increase reaction time and reduce stopping distance. D. To follow traffic flow. The answer is C. To increase reaction time and reduce stopping distance. Explanation: reduced speed gives you more time to react and helps avoid collisions in poor conditions. Question 47. What should you do if your vehicle stalls on a railway crossing? A. Call your insurance company. B. Run toward the train. C. Exit the vehicle and move away from the tracks at a 45-degree angle. D. Sit inside and wait for help. The answer is C. Exit the vehicle and move away from the tracks at a 45-degree angle. Explanation: leave the vehicle and move away from the tracks at a 45-degree angle toward the train to avoid debris. Question 48. What is the safest way to make a right turn? A. Turn from the left lane. B. Swing wide into the next lane. C. Turn from the right lane into the right lane. D. Use the shoulder to turn. The answer is C. Turn from the right lane into the right lane. Explanation: a proper right turn is made from the right lane into the right lane. Question 49. What is the main cause of rear-end collisions? A. Wet roads. B. Faulty lights. C. Following too closely. D. Bright sunlight. The answer is C. Following too closely. Explanation: tailgating reduces reaction time and is a leading cause of rear-end crashes. Question 50. How can you tell if your tires are losing traction on a slippery surface? A. Your engine runs louder. B. You feel the vehicle vibrate. C. The steering becomes light and unresponsive. D. You hear the tires screech. The answer is C. The steering becomes light and unresponsive. Explanation: when traction is lost, steering feels light and the vehicle may not respond as expected.